guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Alec.
Carson. I'm Carson.
All right, cool. So I think we should start off with the Pats this week. They fell to 2-4. Haven't been 2-4 in 20 years. What do you guys think are the problems?
Offense is not doing well. Defense could use some work up tackling a little bit. Saw a lot of plays running back, ran through them. And I think Cam Newton kind of got a piece together again. He's doing well in the first 2 weeks, and then after he got COVID, it just seems like he's not been able to piece together the offense that well.
Yeah, like Alex said, the offense is just not good. They really need to figure out what's wrong there. Passing hasn't really been working to the wideouts, and they kept trying to force that. So I feel like use the running backs more, and then defensively, their secondary's looking really well, but like up front and then the linebacker position, it could also use some work too. So
yeah, I just don't think they're that good anymore. Like Cam threw for like 100 yards and 3 picks, and that's just terrible.
Yeah. Do you guys think they should trade?
Jeff Wilson Jr. run for like 100 yards and 3 touchdowns on him. So,
yeah. Do you guys think they should trade away Gilmore?
I think there's talks of it. I think he's gonna get traded.
Yeah, I think they should. Get some better
offensive picks, or it's like a good young player.
I think
their secondary is not bad. I mean, he definitely helps it, but they're not a bad secondary without him.
Yeah, Carson, exactly. Their secondary already has we have some good players on there. So I don't think it would kill us.
Late years.
Yeah, he's gonna retire soon.
I think he's 30, 31.
Yeah, I would trade him for like a draft pick, first round draft pick or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you think the Pats go
more than
quarterback this year in the draft? I mean,
I feel
early to tell, but
honestly, I think they should, because I think they plug in Stidham and Hoyer in the game where Cam was just
and the Chiefs
bad, and they all just did really bad combined.
Hoyer's washed. Stidham, they got him in like the 4th round or something. Like they got him pretty late. So I feel like if they don't do that good this year, it's fine. But they definitely need to get a quarterback to put behind Cam. If they keep Cam, at least they need to put them behind a good starting quarterback so they can learn and then get better. I just don't think Stidham was the guy.
I don't think they'll keep Cam. Honestly, it's only a year they signed him for, and if he continues to play the way he's been playing, which hopefully he doesn't, I don't think they're gonna keep him.
Well, do you think he gets signed by another team?
Good question.
I don't think so.
I don't know, dude. I mean, it was a really bad game. Like, he's not doing well.
It depends if he gets back on track and
I do think he could get back on track. I don't think it's fair to just completely just say he's just going to be terrible the rest of the season, but these last 2 games just haven't looked good for him at all.
Yeah. So what do you think this week if the Bills?
It's a tough matchup for sure.
Yeah.
The Bills on defense.
Cam remembers how to throw a football. We might have a chance.
That's true. But, I mean, the Bills on defense haven't been great, so.
And for the Pats, I don't think the problem is not the running game. I mean, it's not been great, but it's definitely not been the problem. So they really need to figure out how to throw the football, and hopefully they can get something going.
Yeah.
Cam doesn't have much to work with in terms of receivers. He's got Edelman, who's questionable every week on the injury report, and then he's got no tight end. And then this next guy is N'Keal Harry.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
The draft, they definitely have to, depending on how Cam does the rest of the season, or off-season picks before the draft, I said they definitely look for quarterback and wide receivers early on.
Yeah, we need something. I mean, I feel I think what Carson said, our running game It's manageable. I think we'd be fine not trying to upgrade our running back positions if we can just upgrade our wide receiver and our quarterback.
And the defense, there's some like old guys, but like that's mostly in the secondary. But you also have a bunch of young guys on the D line, so I don't feel like you need to have any more additions. I feel like they just need to get more used to like playing in like the NFL because there's some pretty young guys who are in their first or second year. So the defense is definitely not the problem. So you figure out what's
Weren't there? I think there was like a couple players on the front lines of the defense this year that like I forgot what the word is, but they didn't want to play because of COVID concerns.
Yeah. They're missing a bunch of guys on the
Wasn't it?
team.
Was Dante Hightower one of them too?
Yeah.
I felt like there were some like
missing all their-
linebackers.
They either like traded all their linebackers and then Dante Hightower.
Yeah, they lost 3 linebackers, I think.
Oh wow.
But they
Yeah,
also
I
have
don't-
some new ones. And like I said, all the linebackers are rookies. I think like 2 out of the 3 are. So you need to figure out
Yeah,
what's
they got to
wrong.
get him to develop a little bit then.
Yeah, but they aren't. I mean, like we said, the defense isn't horrible. I mean, they didn't play great, but
Yeah, that's true.
I think the primary focus is the offense. I think they put, 6 points this week.
yeah, it's not good.
49ers are an injured defense right now, and they have a good
They're
run
an
defense.
injured team,
but
just in general.
I think you should put up more than 6 points against that team,
Hmm.
and 12 against the Broncos.
Yeah, dude, it's just, oh my God, I can't believe I'm even hearing that.
So, like, going forward, do you think they can get a wild card spot? Because I feel like the Bills kind of, if they beat the Pats this week, they have the AFCs locked up.
Right. I don't think they even get a wild card spot because in this what's the Ravens division called?
The North.
North. In the AFC North, you have the Steelers and you have the Ravens. So one of those teams is probably going to win. The other one's going to get the wild card spot. And then, yeah, I don't know. So there's only one wild card spot left. I don't know.
They expanded the playoffs this year.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
So then maybe they can go.
there's 4 divisional and 4 wild card.
Yeah, so maybe they can grab some guys, but we'll have to see.
I don't think it's not a need to, because unless Bill's like trying to prove he can win without Tom Brady, but other than that, like, they're not gonna make a Super Bowl run.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Cam has 5 picks and 0 touchdowns through the past 2 games.
Not a great stat.
Yeah, that's a really bad
Gonna turn
stat.
into Jameis Winston.
He had like 1 passing touchdown over the whole season, right?
Yeah, through
The rest
5
of
games, he
5
had
rushing touchdowns.
2 throwing touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Yeah, and whatever was working for them when they played the Seahawks, they need to get back to that because that was a great game.
Yeah, they played really well. Well, I think that's just a credit to the Seahawks secondary being awful.
But yeah, but still, like whatever was.
But yeah, 30 points still is a good amount for a bad
How do you
team.
How do you guys think Antonio Brown's gonna do on the Bucks?
He's still probably an elite receiver.
Yeah, I think like that's the thing now with the Bucks. Like, you have to worry about Godwin, Evans, Brown, and now Gronk emerging as a threat. So
Yeah, Gronk's getting back into
you gotta
his.
put.
Yeah, so there's that, but there's also like not. It's gonna be harder to cover, but like the other guys aren't gonna get as many targets, which could be a bad thing. But like again, they have like 5 insane targets right now.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, well, Godwin's out this week. If he stays out next week, I think AB will see a good amount of snaps in his position. And they
I
also
agree.
Scotty Miller.
Scotty Miller's good.
Yeah, Brady likes him.
He's like the Edelman on that team.
Yeah, the Bucks have looked really good though. Like
They have.
getting a
Defense
groove.
has been solid. Tom Brady's doing a good job.
I think they'll probably win their division because the Saints
Saints
haven't.
aren't looking too hot.
Yeah,
Panthers and Falcons.
yeah. Still waiting on the Panthers. Falcons play tonight. Still waiting on word for CMC because now he's possibly playing. I don't really think it's a smart decision though.
Doubt he plays.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think he plays either.
They
I
won't need him.
think it's just
Wait, what's he out with? What's his injury?
his high ankle sprain.
McCaffrey. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just started practicing this week, and all they've done is like walkthroughs, and he's been in a non-contact jersey.
What are the
Yeah, I would put him in there.
Panthers' record? Do we know what their record?
Panthers, they've been
They're 3-4.
they're 3-4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
haven't
they're
been
not
bad.
doing bad.
They lost by 3 last week to the Saints.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, and then they got 2 really good receivers. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. If Christian McCaffrey comes back, they could potentially make a run for a wild card spot.
yeah.
Definitely a possibility.
I mean, they were 0-2 when McCaffrey was there, but
maybe they're
moved
better.
up to 3-2. But I mean, of course, he's not like the problem.
Right.
Just 2 bad games.
Who do they have this week? Falcons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just need to stop Todd Gurley, and they probably won that game.
What game are you talking about?
Panthers.
Falcons.
Tonight.
Panthers, yeah. I think it's more going to be on the secondary.
Is Julio playing? Because I thought I saw him as questionable. Is he like injured
I think
again?
he is.
I thought he was on the IR, but
Todd Gurley's not much of a threat, in my opinion. Like he showed some sparks of being good, but other than that, he's not great.
Few red zone runs, yeah.
Accidentally scored last week.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that was hilarious.
great choke by the Falcons. Wasn't the defense, it was the offense this week.
Dude,
Well, the
that's
defense,
so funny. If I was a Falcons fan, I'd be so mad just every
Todd
week.
Gurley, fantasy stud, hungry for touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the Panthers take it over the Falcons tonight. I think the main problem is just going to be containing Calvin Ridley and Julio.
Mm. Yeah.
Let's see. How about the Pittsburgh Titans game this week? Pittsburgh's now the only undefeated team.
Really, really want to see Pittsburgh win.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just don't like the Titans.
I don't know if Big Ben's got the motor to do it
last week.
for the whole season.
The Titans almost came back. Pittsburgh almost choked it.
Yeah, that interception in the 4th where Big Ben just tossed it right into the middle of the end zone with 3 guys around. It was juju. It's just a terrible pass. Yeah, but I think the Steelers win the AFC North. I think the Bills win the AFC East. I think the Titans win the South. And the Chiefs win the West. That's how it looks right now. And I don't see any other teams catching them. Then in terms of wild card, probably Raiders. Maybe the Colts. Probably Ravens. Oh wait, did I say Ravens? No, I said Raiders. And then maybe the Pats. Maybe the Dolphins. The Dolphins haven't been too bad.
Yeah.
The AFC North, the Ravens are playing the Steelers this week. That's going to be a big game.
That's a good game.
The Ravens are 5-1, and Ravens basically tie up the division. And the Steelers could also come out ahead. They'd be up 2 games. So.
Yeah, I don't know if the Ravens will win. They haven't really looked the same. Like against the Chiefs, they played terrible.
Yeah. Backfield is like non-existent too.
Yeah.
Position is just not looking good.
They
stuff.
found out Lamar, and then that was their whole offense.
Yeah.
It's like read options, and then when Lamar has to throw, he's like a bottom 15 thrower in the NFL. So
Yeah. How about the Seahawks Cardinals game this past Sunday night? Big win for the Cardinals in the division.
That was a crazy game.
Yeah. No,
Off the first drive, like the way the Seahawks just moved the ball, I thought Seahawks were gonna blow them out, but then Cardinals came right back into the same thing.
Tyler Lockett.
That was a
having an
crazy
insane game.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that. I was doing homework.
I didn't get to watch that game either, but I saw so much stuff about it being crazy.
Yeah,
And
the
went
Seahawks
overtime,
moved
too.
to 5-1. I think the Cardinals are 5-2 now. So that would be a division to watch.
DK chasing down Buda Baker on what would have been that pick six.
Fairly impressive.
That was insane.
22.6 miles per hour.
Dude, that's insane.
Would not want to be chased down by that.
Yeah. Getting crushed.
Let's see what other games this week. Cowboys, tough loss there. They play the Redskins.
Yeah.
Washington football team, Jim.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you can't say that.
I don't know why that team hasn't changed their name.
Yeah, it's not good.
Stick with the football team.
But like the Washington Warriors, like there's got to be something better.
The football team.
They can come up with something.
That is so funny that their name's just the football team.
And they kept like they thought about it for like a solid 2 months and they came up with the Washington football team.
The logo looks pretty nice though.
It's just a W.
A W.
Yeah, but the Cowboys, I mean, the NFC East is just a total train wreck.
Yeah, I know. If the team that wins the NFC East is gonna go like 5-11.
Yeah.
Yeah, every team in that division is terrible.
The Giants have
I hope the Redskins win it.
the Washington football team.
Football team, Rawson.
That'd be kind of funny.
That would be.
Funny, especially because they got Ron Rivera coaching there. And I remember they were talking about like once he was hired, he like took out everything fun in their locker room.
What? Like what?
It was like no more vending machines, no more ping pong table.
It's hilarious.
All big business.
Just all business in there.
Ron Rivera, I think, just had his last chemo treatment. So that's good for him.
Yeah, that is good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, the Redskins are bad. They've bad quarterback situation. Like Haskins isn't great. Kyle Allen is really inconsistent.
They got Scary Terry though.
Yeah, they got Terry McLaurin.
Love Terry McLaurin.
And Gibson.
Gibson's pretty good.
Gibson's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad for a rookie.
Yeah, but the Cowboys, I think they're going to start Ben DiNucci this week.
Seen some TikTok memes about that guy.
It's going to be an exciting start for him.
It's hilarious.
The Cowboys quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you guys all have seen the thing. And you know how they had the Trace McSorley ones?
Yeah.
Like a month ago. Now it's Ben DiNucci. And it's like Italian music, but like ear blasted. It's hilarious.
Yeah, the Andy Dalton got like what was that
rifle?
late hit by Bostic, and then
Yeah.
Killed.
Mike
Red rifle
McCarthy
went
was
down.
pretty upset because like no one on the Cowboys showed any sympathy for Dalton.
Yeah. And the thing with the Cowboys is they're always expected to do great. Like they always have these crazy stars and they go 5-11 like every year.
Well, I mean, last year they were like they had
7-9, I think.
they were like the best offense through the first 3 games, and their first 3 matchups were the Giants, the Dolphins, and the Washington football team. Like anyone's gonna go 3-0 playing against those teams.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out.
Well, as soon as Dak destroyed his leg, their season ended.
Yeah, definitely. They had that division no matter what record they had. They should not even come close to
The
losing.
Eagles are just not good this year.
What team?
The Eagles are just not good enough to
Eagles have
compete with them this year.
Like they got Deshaun Jackson back, and then he got injured on the final drive, and then they still won that dime Carson Wentz, but they're really not great. Their offensive line's too old, and their defense is kind of struggling.
But adding on to the quarterback, just like quarterbacks in general, Joe Burrow is looking great. I mean, he doesn't
I like Joe Burrow.
out of his mind.
I think he'll probably win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, he threw for 400 yards against the Browns. I mean, it's the Browns, but
He
as a
throws a lot of passes.
yeah,
Like, I think he has the most passing attempts in the league. He had 61 against the Jets or something.
I mean, I think he needs to figure out how to run the ball because every time he's tried to scramble, it does not work. But
Yeah, he's
I mean, passing wise, he's doing great.
Yeah, I think so too. He's doing a solid job.
but Herbert. I really like Herbert.
Oh yeah,
Herbert's been good.
yeah, he did. He had a good game.
I like him a lot. I hated Tyrod Taylor. So I'm glad.
Tyrod.
They did Tyrod Taylor dirty. The trainer poked a hole in his lung,
Yeah.
and then he just lost the starting job.
Never deserved it. They should have developed Herbert. Herbert's good. He throws
Yeah.
a lot.
He was very underrated. He didn't get noticed in college till his halfway through his junior year when he just started playing really well for Oregon, and when they got back.
Yeah. What about the Dolphins' decision to bench Fitzmagic, go with Tua?
I like that.
I think we talked about this last week. I don't think we saw the need for it. I mean, Fitzpatrick was doing fine, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would risk changing up the offense so much in a new QB. I mean, I get try it out, but I wouldn't even.
I don't know.
Fitz was playing well, and they just.
Yeah, the Dolphins are 3-2, 4 or
They're
3.
better than the Pats right now.
Yeah.
3.
But other rookies that are doing well. Jonathan Taylor's been decent. Clyde is second in rushing yards.
Yeah, behind Derrick Henry.
I don't know.
Good.
Set up with Bell in the offense. They play the Jets this week, so
Yeah, should be a good game for them.
How about the NFC North? The Packers. Who do they get this week? They play the Vikings this week.
Aaron's gonna have 300 receiving yards.
Yeah, they played the Texans last week. The Texans are terrible. They should just. I don't know why they ever traded D-Hop for David Johnson. They don't even use David Johnson.
Yeah.
The best receiver in the league, and trade him.
No, their team would be so much better with D-Hop and Deshaun Watson throwing on.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
They have Fuller.
Will Fuller's really good.
Will Fuller's really good. I think he's a really good receiver.
I remember him being good when he came into the league, and then he got a season-ending injury.
He's just always hurt.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been hurt this year, though.
He had a 45-point game last year.
Yeah, against the Falcons.
Yeah.
They scored 50 points, and I remember I had Hopkins, and he didn't have a touchdown.
That's brutal. The Vikings, I thought would win the NFC North or have a shot at it with the Packers, but it's looking,
This is just terrible.
yeah, it's looking like the Packers and Bears. And I don't know how the Bears are at the top.
Nick Foles, baby.
Nick Foles is blind when throwing the ball.
Thank God they got Mitch
I like Nick Foles
Trubisky.
either.
Like, Jesus. I mean, Mitch just.
Well, they really didn't give Mitch much of a shot. Like, I know last year and years past, he's really not been
He
great.
couldn't hit his target.
He got like 2.5 games, and then they just pulled the plug. And it's like Foles hasn't been special.
I think anybody's better than Mitch Trubisky, though. So
What about Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson.
oh no, both pretty bad.
Yeah, the Packers will definitely win that division.
Yeah.
How about MVP front runner through 6 weeks or 7 weeks now?
Russ.
Us?
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
I think Russ.
Having one of his best seasons of his career.
He threw 3 picks the other night.
Yeah, that was
He did.
That's not good.
I think Kyler's got a shot,
Kyler Murray, yep.
Yep.
but
Yeah,
Aaron
I
Rodgers.
could see that.
Lamar is just his name has just not been in like the
yeah, he's been terrible. And the Ravens keep like pulling him in the fourth because they're up by a good amount. I haven't heard much of the Ravens.
Yeah, really.
Mahomes again, like Lamar. I mean, Mahomes is playing well, but like I don't think he's having the year he had last year so far. I mean, he's playing very well. Don't get me wrong, but again, his name has not been all over the place like it was last year.
Yeah, Kyler, watching him, it's like he just runs a ton. Like, and they always have these QB draw plays drawn up for him, and he just runs straight into the back of the lineman, and it always just gets blown up.
Yeah, quarterbacks that just run a lot. It's tough to watch because like once they're injured, their team's just gonna have a tough time. The quarterback's just a big runner rather than a thrower.
Yeah. All right. So it sounds like you guys think Russ is probably the best QB at this point.
Yeah.
What about running back?
Kamara.
Yeah, either I was gonna say Kamara or Dalvin Cook. I mean, Dalvin Cook was injured, but he's just been running the ball really well.
I'd say Dalvin or Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Derrick Henry or Kamara.
I mean, yes, Derrick Henry's playing good, but he has an absurd amount of touches in terms of carries.
Yeah, he
But,
has.
I mean,
That's true.
not goes to say that he's not playing well.
Like
But
27 carries a game.
yeah, it's a lot of carries.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, definitely Dalvin Cook, Kamara, and I feel like Derrick Henry for the guys who aren't injured, definitely top 3. And then once McCaffrey comes back and Saquon next year, we'll see how that changes. But
Yeah, I couldn't see Saquon going to a new team, but New York's not a great fit for him.
Yeah, with that offensive line, the blocking skills, I agree.
Yeah. What about receiver?
Julio.
So far this season?
Oh, not this season.
Healthy Julio.
Talking this season.
This season, either D-Hop or I know probably know you guys are gonna say this, but I was gonna say DK Metcalf is looking crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking really good.
I'd say D-Hop so far this season.
Yeah,
He's insane.
Tim, what about you?
And Calvin Ridley's been great except for that game where he didn't touch the ball. But
Yeah, they just double teamed him with Jair Alexander, and just Julio went out too. It was a tough game for me.
I think that's another thing just based off of he's getting like Julio always draws doubles because you can't put that guy in single coverage. So
Mhm.
it leaves Calvin Ridley with a good matchup. So,
That's true.
but he
Still,
has
still a really good route runner though, and
he's
really
proved to be a good
great
receiver even when Julio's not on the field. So, but I'd still give it to D Hop.
Mhm.
I think can't match him unless if Julio wasn't injured and Devontae Adams, he's been
Devontae
great
Adams
healthy.
in the games he's played 3 full games. One of them was against the Packers, or one of them was against the Buccaneers, and their whole offense just got shut down. But week 1 against the Vikings and last week against the Texans, he's had at least like 13 catches for over like 160 or 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. But he needs to stay healthy because he always gets injured. So
Yeah, he's Rodgers' favorite target. Like even when Jordy Nelson used to be there, Devontae Adams got a ton of like red zone opportunities. All right, any other talking points around the NFL?
No, I don't got any.
underrated players.
Underrated. Um, I'd say James Robinson on the Jags.
Oh yeah, he had a good week last week, didn't he?
Yeah, like 20
it
carries.
is really underrated. Kenny Galladay.
Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah.
Robbie Anderson
I was just going to say him.
in yards.
Latavius Chenault.
Yeah, Robbie Anderson's a good receiver. He was just stuck on the Jets, so he didn't get to show it much. Sam Darnold throwing him balls into the grass.
I think Allen Robinson's an underrated receiver. He's really good. He's got insane hands. Just needs to see more targets.
Yeah, when he was on the Jags back in what was it, like was it 2018 when they went to the AFC Championship?
They said that one crazy year and they just
He was,
sucked.
he was really good. 17.
Him and Alan Hearns.
Yeah, Hurts was good. He disappeared. Blake Bortles was actually a good quarterback back then. Now he's gone. In terms of quarterbacks, though, say Big Ben doesn't get
Underrated.
Yeah. Big Ben doesn't get a ton of credit because he's old now. Oh, Ryan Tannehill.
Tannehill's good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Last night, or was that last night? Last night, Dodgers won. Or was that 2 nights? 2 nights ago, Dodgers won the World Series. Thoughts on that? If anyone wants.
Yeah. Still kind of pissed that Mookie left.
Yeah.
Because he had a dinger and a double in game.
That was a good game to watch.
So
if you like baseball.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard about the controversy around Kevin Cash, the Rays GM, manager, pulled what was it?
Snell or whatever his name is.
Blake Snell.
He was
dealing. He had 70 pitches
and like 9 Ks.
Hits, and then he just pulled them. And the reliever that goes in, lets up a double to
Mhm.
Mookie, who was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts throughout the night.
I think the highlight of that game had to be who's the guy on the Dodgers? Like Justin Turner. What was his name?
Yeah, Justin Turner. He's
Justin
30.
Turner just gets pulled in the middle of the game for positive COVID test, which I thought was pretty funny. Just like escorted him off the field, which was hilarious in the middle of the 8th. But yeah, that was a pretty good series. I think the Rays and both, especially,
We got a World Series ring.
yeah.
He's
I mean,
been-
the Rays played really good. It was a very good series, but I feel like in the games the Rays won. One of them they got very, very lucky.
yeah. Kershaw's always had this narrative of just like choking in the postseason. It's like,
Yeah.
he's a great pitcher. He just sometimes gets screwed by his team. Against the Red Sox back in 2018, he did suck. The Red Sox just hit him really well.
Yeah.
And of course, there's nothing you can do against the Astros, who cheat to win a World Series. So. Yeah, but I think that's all we got today. Thank you again for joining us on the round table.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.